Hey people, Injured here 1v1, Siwal Frontier, blue side. Crewfinity is rocking a Kommando Nob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Red side, it's the original Spanish Hive Tyrant, well of course, a Hive Tyrant, very durable hero that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee combat with a basic synapse. I shall call you Emilio. With Spanish colours there, red and orange. You have triple Hormagaunts opening for Floid, very popular these days. Lots of pressure, quite difficult to deal with using just your starting units. And when you do start spending power to deal with it, you have to deal with something else. Warriors or double Raveners or something. Hive Tyrant has got his eyes on the Commando, who's choosing not to go sneaky. There we go. I think he's close enough to see him though. Gonna see some Daka. And I mean, maybe looters from Crewfinity, but the thing is they're just going to so easily flank it, and this guy can just charge in as well. Looks like we're going to see more sluggers. I think double sluggers, double shooters, all upgraded, can meet triple Hormagaunts and something else pretty well. There's a lot of power you're spending on your Orks, and yeah, it's going to be dicey. There's going to be some dicey fights because this guy can get his rending talons, old Emilio here. And that would wreck some sluggers early on. There's your second slugger squad. You're going to move, fellas? There we go. Not seen anything yet from Floid. It could be Barb Strangler Warriors. It could be Raveners. It is Warriors. Now, are they going to get Barb Stranglers? Though I think you should help control the shooter boys. But maybe they just want to save them. Save that power. Spend it on the Hive Tyrant and then go tier 2. Hormagaunts get the decap. Are they going to escape? I think they'll be okay. Shoot the boys in melee is not a huge threat. Or maybe they can get a burst of damage though. 5 hit points. 4, 3, 2, 1 hit point, and they get away because slugger sidearms, which are called sluggers, are so bad. Could not get the kill there. These guys have their burners. Hormagaunts have found the Commando. Too late to get the stun bomb, I guess. Oh, he's gone for it. I thought he was going to stun himself, but does get away. And stunned both of those Hormagaunt broods. Now getting some Daka. And look at the damage from those flamers, those burners rather, as those sluggers closed in there. Hive Tyrant on the prowl. Here's the warrior brood. Start off as a melee unit with power melee damage. They are going to be... I mean, do you want to send them in against multiple sluggers? You do not, I don't think. Especially with their burners out. Those guys are a synapse creature, so if they die, you get a synapse backlash, which is bad news for those Hormagaunts. And we do have burners on both the sluggers now. So I think, yeah, we are going to see a Barb Strangler here. And then maybe rending talons. I don't see any adrenal glands on the Hormagaunts, which suggests we are maybe going to see something for the Hive Tyrant. Could be just improved synapse or something. But I want to see some seismic roars. Burning down gens here. And now closing in on the Hormagaunts. They should deal with them quite well if the Hormagaunts aren't upgraded. But of course we do have this Barb Strangler doing its work. Gonna need some Daka now. Can't suppress them all. Got damage though to those sluggers. Such good control. These guys coming in from another angle. Emilio is busy capping stuff. Map is very blue right now. Hormagaunts capping there. Can they get in and help? It's a bit too late, I think. They need to be with their Hive Tyrant to wade into melee like that, I believe. Hive Tyrant can get some good specials and stuff, knocking back entire squads. No sign of rending talons. Doesn't have the resources, that's why. And reinforcing a lot of Hormagaunts. Crewfinity's played this well so far. The double sluggers, double shooters is working out quite good. No upgrades for the shooter boys yet. He's not worried about like suppressing the Hormagaunts. He's happy to just meet them in melee with the sluggers. Barb Strangler doing work. Couldn't quite get a generator. They're going to swarm these Hormagaunts though. Forces the retreat. More Hormagaunts on retreat path. And they got a couple of models. That's good work. And we do have now rending talons for the Hive Tyrant. Emilio is ready to scrap. Not only do we get seismic roar, but it's a pretty good weapon in its own right. 75 melee DPS should tear through sluggers in tier 1 quite well. Storm Boys for Crewfinity. Was not expecting that. Was expecting tier 2. These guys munching on a node. These guys coming for the VP. Always cancel them. I think that's wise. Tempting to get Storm Boys, isn't it, to jump on the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Would really tear them up quickly, but I think Weird Boy will be pretty damn good here. Weird Boy into Death Dread maybe. I wonder if a truck would be worth it to like deliver the sluggers right onto the Warrior Brood. That might be good. Definitely Weird Boy into something, and then he probably will ride that to tier 3. Not sure what Floyd's going to get up to in tier 2. Maybe call in. Do they have the red to call in a Tyrant Guard? I don't think they do. Hive Tyrant took a bunch of Daka. These guys now have their big shooters, increased range and damage. They get 2 of them per squad. Getting suppressed though. Meanwhile, straight onto the power again is Crewfinity. Hive Tyrant could see the first seismic roar here. That was just a special attack. Look at the damage it did. And there's the seismic roar. Pretty effective there. Down to 3 models. Can the Hormagaunts turn around and get them? Trying to get these shooter boys here. Very low, but they do get away. 6 hit points. Couple of close escapes then for both players. And Hormagaunts now have adrenal glands. Makes them a lot more dangerous. More health, more damage. Multiplied by 8 models. 2 of them have the adrenal glands. Where's the tier 2 Crewfinity? Floating a little bit here. Got to preserve power quite well since none of this stuff costs power to reinforce. I don't think Floyd has lost the Warrior Brood model yet. Might lose one now though. It's a lot of bullets to take. They took them. And here comes the Hive Tyrant. I think Seismic Roar will be off cooldown, so he's relatively confident going in here. Yeah, Crewfinity just wants to avoid him. Go straight for the Warriors. Surely gets a model. There we go. And there's a Synapse Backlash. 10% damage and a knockback. This Slugger squad is in big trouble now. Because there's going to be Seismic Roar on retreat. There it is. Yeah, wipes them out. Got themselves into big trouble. Chased a bit too long, a bit too far. These guys turn and engage. That was another special from Emilio. He's kicking some ass here. Into level 2. Well into level 2. Kommando no war gear yet. We might see that Orky shotgun in tier 2. But once they get that weird... But oh, in fact, there it is. It's queued up for tier 2. 30 power. It's not cheap, but it's super effective and very fun to use. And see be used. Do we have adrenal glands for all 3? Nope. Still just 2 of them. 1-to-1 cap 407442. Both players with a full power farm. This no natural VP layout gets you intense fighting in the mid as you'd expect. I don't know if any of these guys can approach those warriors. There's enough of them to split, I suppose. Oh, there's the Nob leader for the remaining Slugger Boys squad. This guy's pretty mean. Has a power melee weapon and a big chunk of health. Could get in and chop up those warriors pretty well. And a Death Dread is on the way before the Weird Boy. And a Tyrant Guard for Floyd. Was it called in? I think it was. Because he's got very little red now. And I didn't see it getting produced. I wonder... I assume the Tyrant Guard, can solo the Death Dread. Just because he has, like, over double the health. And more DPS. He just has an inferior armor type against heavy melee. But I think that should be enough to pull it through that fight. The DPS and the health. Here's your Death Dread. Has to get the burners and bits because at 650 hit points is definitely not going toe to toe with the Tyrant Guard. Very slow creatures, but they're sped up by the synapse. Without it, they can become isolated very quickly and taken out. It is a Weird Boy now for Crewfinity. Can they put this together? Big old Warp Vomit to stun everything aside from the Tyrant Guard. And then mince up some warriors or something. It can be a little bit difficult for Orks to deal with Tyrant Guards because they don't have plasma damage. They have power melee, but then that means, of course, you need to get into melee. They need to use some of their anti-vehicle units, I guess. Which don't have the raw DPS that a good plasma squad would have, but they'll do the job. Death Dread happy to go in, is getting the burners of bits a little bit late. And there's the electro shock grubs from the Warrior Brood. chunk of damage and a snare. Death Dread needs some support. It's not getting it. These guys are bashing power. Now happy to go in using Swamp'em on double Hormagaunts. Getting rid of one of them. Warrior Brood keeping busy. And yeah, Slugger's got wrecked. We have extended carapace now for the Hive Tyrant. If he gets level 2, which he is, has enough energy to use the charge and then the seismic roar immediately. One of the things that was actually adjusted in Elite mod long time ago is some of the timings for the animations. Hive Tyrant's abilities like this, much more responsive in Elite mod. In Retail, he does that seismic roar and then he stands there for like 2 seconds. Here's your weird boy. Immediately set upon by the Tyrant Guard and runs away, as he would. The Sluggers now need to repair a bunch of stuff, which delays the Sluggers and of course the Death Dread from getting back out into the field. And Floid can cap stuff. Emilio's back at base to heal up. He doesn't really want to fight the Death Dread himself. It's another Warrior Brood, really. I thought Floid would ride this to tier 3. Wants to get Adrenal Glands, I suppose, for the triple Hormagaunts, but I think that might slow him down a bit too much. Unless they can bash power a bunch with it. We'll see how it goes. Not sure what those fellas are up to. They're just hiding. Trying to hide. Bunch of dead Hormagaunts. Oh, they were wiped out. Completely missed that. Well done, Indrid. They were wiped out by the special shooter, I imagine. Looking at this guy's energy. Nasty. Down to 2 Hormagaunts now. I guess that eases his upkeep a little bit, but did get the second Warrior Brood and does have Adrenal Glands. Big buffs for non-synapse melee creatures such as those Hormagaunts. There's the charge. And gets rid of those guys. Death Dread is getting repaired up. Did it level? Nope. Did the Tyrant Guard level? Nope. Neither of them have killed quite enough stuff. Weird Boy's on capping duty. Not taking part in this fight right now. Trying to push into base there is Floid. Okay, Weird Boy's ready to roll. Here he comes. Waiting for that big warp vomit. It's got a really good basic attack as well. Using a little bit of War to speed up. Death Dread leading the line, which is smart. There's that basic attack. Knockback and plasma cannon damage on that thing. Sets up the Death Dread to get in. Tyrant Guard against Sluggers. Sluggers going in. They are going in. It's not gonna work out too great for those guys. They are getting minced by that Tyrant Guard. Look at that. Attack so fast is good in sustained melee fights. Those Warrior Brood almost wiped out as well from the Daka. I think the Sluggers just went in maybe to draw the Barbed Strangler Fire so the shooters wouldn't get suppressed. Death Dread is getting stuck into Warriors. Gets a good Synapse Explosion. The Thorax Swarm guys were retreated, of course. And this guy's not going to be given the opportunity to take it out in melee. Just going to stumble away. Any tier 3s? No. Crewfinity has tons of red. And now goes tier 3. Floyd won't be too far behind. But I'm still not entirely convinced by the Warrior Brood purchase. Carnifexes are pretty good. I mean, if the Hormagaunts with melee Synapse and Adrenal Gland, and there's an Endless Swarm as well, giving them more health, they should be able to tear through a single Slugger squad, right? But of course, there's that Weird Boy. Are they going to be able to do anything? With Warp Vomit coming in, there's the Tyrant Guard healing up in Shield Wall. Floyd wants to defend the power, I think. It's a lot of Daka. They'll get one generator at least. Weird Boy's here for support. Hive Tyrant comes charging in. Sets up the fight nicely. Warp Vomit used only on the Hive Tyrant. That's okay. Retreats off the Shooter Boys. Might have to retreat off both of them because Hormagaunts are quick. Death Dread almost repaired up. Done pretty well so far, this guy. Crewfinity almost into tier 3. And it expects a looted tank to do a lot of work here. Maybe a Nob squad. Nob squad would also do a hell of a lot of work, but they take a little bit more resources to fully come online. I mean, hell, flash kits would wreck some face here. But you got to expect carnifexes, and flash kits don't help you there. I'd say save up for the Nob squad, but we'll see. 40 more power or so, and they can get a looted tank. 266 to 349. Nobs are like 500, 100 these days, aren't they? But then you got to upgrade them for another few hundred wreck and a bunch of power. Got the cap. They do have the 2-to-1 here, Floid, and it is a looted tank for Crewfinity. Might want to save that red for a nuke rather than a bunch of frenzies kind of thing. Orc nuke pretty damn good against Tyranids. Floyd did get that tier 3 going as well, but if the power gets hit here, that could be pretty tough. This is going to be a good seismic roar, set that up beautifully, bringing in the Hive Tyrant behind there. Couldn't quite get a model, but the Hormagaunts are there to get some. Maybe the Hive Tyrant should have actually attacked as well, went straight for the Weird Boy, almost got him as well. Tyrant Guard again, chasing the Death Dread, and Electro Shock Grobs have gone in. Is he going to get away? It's a heavy melee Warrior Brood. There's a Rocks though. Oh jeez. Takes out their own Death Dread, but got some good hits. Can they finish off these guys? No, they took out all of the Hormagaunts and almost got the Warrior Brood. Very lucky to get away with 2 models actually. I think that's a good nuke. It's a fun nuke, I think, if nothing else. Here's the looted tank. It's a tank. It's a pretty good one. It can get reinforced armor plating, which gives it a disruptive shot. And a tank that can disrupt. Pretty damn useful. Tier 3 Lictor on the way now for Floyd. If we're lucky, we might be getting a new portrait in the future, so we can tell it apart from the Lictor Alpha. I mean, it's not really a problem telling it apart because it's in a different place in the interface, but it's nice for them to have unique portraits, I think. Here it is. This guy's very good at being sneaky, as you can tell. Does not drain energy for being infiltrated. Also has a leap and a flesh hook and heavy melee damage. A really good hero, or sub-commander, I guess. Going for the cap. Cap's faster than normal as well, I believe. Look how blue the map is, though. It's going to be tough for Floyd to turn this around. Can they delay long enough to get Carnifex going? Even if they do, Crewfinity could have Nobs up by then. Or another looted tank. There we go. Oh, they're only 100 power. I thought they were 120. Pretty good. It's a really well-priced tank. Level 3 Hive Tyrant going to the southwest. Needs to split and cap. Try and keep Crewfinity busy all over the map rather than just one place where they can concentrate their superior forces and take you out. 248 to 287. Warrior Brood doing a good job in there. Tyrant Guard could mince some models. No, wants to get away from the tank. Second tank almost up. Tier 3 Lictor doing some work there. I wonder if they can jump on the Weird Boy and take it out. Oh, the looted tank was cancelled for some Nobs. Now, do you respond with a Barb Strangler Carnifex to suppress them? Because they can break that with Frenzy, of course. But at least it forces them to use the Frenzy early. Or do you get a Thornback and just go toe-to-toe with them? Try and pour as much damage as you possibly can in with the Tyrant Guard alongside you. And the Hive Tyrant disrupting, maybe. Not sure how much damage the Flesh Hook does. 100 and something, I guess. I don't know if this guy's Flesh Hook's been kept in line with the Lictor Alpha's Flesh Hook, which has been nerfed several times in both damage and how much it flings you over the years. Nob squad are up. It's Crewfinity's game to lose now, I think. There they are. Ready to go with their huge choppers. And the Nob leader's already queued up. That guy has over 1,000 hit points himself, just the Nob leader. Tier 3 Lictor's doing some. It's a triple cap here for Floyd. Crewfinity's losing sight a little bit of the VP game. Does get back on the southwest. These shooter boys can spot the Lictor. There he is. Doesn't want to fight a Nob squad. Not many things do. In fact, he's going to go down. Got caught there. Floyd was watching the power basher, I believe. Thorax swarm on the tank. Electroshock grubs, and now get some heavy melee in there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Not quite enough damage quickly enough from those warriors. And the Tyrant Guard couldn't get a single attack. Nope, he's having trouble. There he goes. He got one in there. But then everyone backs away from the Nob squad. They now have their huge hammers. And Meaner and Greener, these guys are now fully upgraded. Seismic Roar. Good disruption. And there's the suppression. Shotgun blast for the Warrior Brood, who are going to get wrecked here. Frenzy's up. So they take 75% less damage and can't be suppressed. Can still knock them over, which is generally what you want to do. Oh, they could have finished off that Warrior Brood there. We see these momentum rings on the Nobs when they have their hammers. Tyrant God is now isolated. But we do have a Carnifex on the way. This is the last throw of the dice, I think, for Floyd. This Carnifex needs to do a hell of a lot of work here. The tank could do some repairs, but sluggers are busy fighting. Not sure what that warp vomit was going for. But he didn't get it done. Got some suppression. Keeping them annoyed, if nothing else. This guy's getting very close to the generator to shoot it. There we go. It's a good hit. What level are these guys? Level 2. I wonder if the... I don't think it does. The Barb Strangler scales differently to the other weapons. In terms of damage as you level up. Those guys being thrown around with Oberdare. Bigger brains gives him more health. It should be noted that the Weird Boy's brain is exposed. It's a really cool model. Here's your Carnifex going for Barb Strangler. And the Spore Mines might do some work as well in the backlines. Can they deal with the Nob squad? That one did hit. And they run. Okay, it's slightly encouraging. They might need another Lictor or something to get some capping going. Kommando Nob gets the rocket launcher in response to the Carnifex. Is a really powerful anti-vehicle weapon, especially on a hero that can sneak around and like grappling hook across the map and stuff. There's a double cap for Crewfinity, starting to get the map under control. Floyd's just probing for weak spots. Here comes the Hive Tyrant to the northeast. Can it catch the Commando though? Because he's going to go all sneaky like. Should be able to get a cap, I think, under fire from a rocket launcher. Oh no. Here comes sluggers though. Level 3 sluggers. Should get a decap at least. Brings everything up here to try and consolidate this position. There's right in me crosshairs. And the Barb Strangler starts its strangling. Tyrant Guard is sent after the tank to get it away. It's risky from Emilio. There's a Seismic Roar. Don't think it's going to be enough to get the cap here. It might. Those guys are suppressed now. Does get the cap. Taking shots though is the Carnifex. Where's the Nob squad? Here they come. With a Weird Boy in tow, so we can just fling them at the Carnifex with over there. I like that the Nob leader has an axe on his back just in case he drops his hammer or something. Or maybe gets stuck in something's skull. Decent warp vomit there. Didn't quite hit everything. Emilio's in trouble in amongst the Nob squad. With no more Seismic Roars, goes down so fast. Tyranid formation from Floyd. Warrior Brood gets away, I think. Maybe. Oh, saved by the Weird Boys attack. Actually doing friendly fire to the Nob squad there. 2-1 cap for Floyd. For Crewfinity, sorry. Tyrant Guard. Done so freaking well for Floyd, but goes down there. Here comes another Lictor, but Crewfinity is in control. You've seen some good delay tactics though from Floyd. They are hanging in there. Spore Mines, are you going to detonate, boys? There you go. Do Spore Mines give XP? Doesn't seem like they do. Oh, they give a little bit. They do give some. Just feeding XP to those knobs. I guess they did take a relatively decent chunk of damage off those spore mines, actually. Not sure how many detonations they got before they died. Don't know why that barbed strangler shot was so bad. There we go. Get in there. And a flesh hook for the Kommando Nob. That little leap that the Lictor did. He was so excited to flesh hook the Commando there. Couldn't quite get the kill. Oh, leaps after him. And does get the kill. There we go. Stabbed him in the kneecaps at the end. And then gets all sneaky. 160 to 63. Floyd's done an admirable job on the VPs here. Ever since that nuke's been far behind on roster. But's played it well. Crewfinity has tons of resources. Maybe should be buying something else. Maybe some commandos up just to help those caps. And cap denial as well. It's a battle wagon. Okay, that'll do. A little bit of repairs for the looted tank. Weird Boy gets the cap up there. It's going to be another triple, is it? Oh, maybe not. Warrior Brood to the southwest. And Lictor to the mid. And Hive Tyrant to the northeast. There's the triple though. VP counter flying down. Into the single. Maybe they can stop this. Maybe. Lictor does get the cap on the mid. Needs to run though, or jump away or something. No, he's standing there. He's going to die. Oh, saved by the barbed strangler. Does get away. Not sure if we'll have time to see him again. Warrior Brood dropping like flies. And that Synapse Backlash does damage big old things like Carnifexes. It won't knock them over, obviously. It would be pretty fun if the Carnifex had a knockover animation. But, not from Synapse. 149 to 13. Those guys did grab down there. It's 2-1 for Floyd. Goes northeast now. The tank can't cap, obviously. But Orks will be here soon. Commando's going straight for the Carnifex, I think, with that rocket launcher in hand. Yeah, Hive Tyrant's been forced to retreat. Was chased down by the tank. There's the spore mines. Maybe a lot more useful here if they did still suppress. Unfortunately for the Tyranids, they don't. And they're going to tear through this Carnifex. Oh, there is more suppression. Broken by Frenzy. It's going to go down. Down it goes. And that is GG, surely. I mean, they have the 2-1 now. Are they going to get a triple cap here at the end, Floyd? I think they are. There is a triple cap for Floyd. It's not going to last long. Weird Boy gets the mid. And, yeah, Kommando going southwest. Needs to split up and get these VPs back. Switching back to the special shooter now that the Carnifex is down. What level did the Nobs got? Level 3. Killed some big stuff. Just constantly annoyed by the barbed stranglers. There's a sneaky Lictor. Goes in on the tank with its heavy melee damage. A flesh hook to try and stop the cap. Couldn't quite get it done. Do you have a nuke or something? There's no nuke. Crewfinity has a nuke. Yeah, there's a GG. Crewfinity is going to get a double. Floyd actually says it now. It's a fun game. Held on since that rocks. There's a rocks in base there, look. And got the VPs super low. Down to 75 with some hit and run and delay tactics. We had a level 5 Commando at the end. And a level 4 Hive Tyrant. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.